So you clicked on this video, and you thought it was just clickbait, didn't you? You thought I was just screwing around. Because Tattooed Chef would obviously never put real meat inside their products, right? Well, you thought wrong. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. Check this out. Tattooed Chef, a pioneer of plant-based foods, considers the unthinkable. Now, somebody was texting me this yesterday, and I was like, come on, shut up. This is so stupid. There's no way Tattooed Chef, which calls itself like a leader in the plant-based food industry, would put meat inside of their products. Well, guess what? It looks like the soy boy bubble has popped. It is done, son. Now, why would Tattooed Chef, a plant-based food company, all of a sudden start putting meat into their products? Well, look at this stock chart right here, ladies and gentlemen. Tattooed Chef is down 88% since inception, since it started trading. And on top of that, in the past year, it's gone down 92%. The vast majority of investors have been annihilated by this company. Why? Because it's massively unprofitable, share-diluting, small-cap growth, low gross margin trash. Let's go ahead and read this article, and let's laugh together. Look at this. I love it. Jeremy. Oh, plant-based meat's the future. Plant-based food's the future. Oh, and they're going to start putting meat into their food. You can't make this up. This is too insane to be fake. In a blow to the meatless meat industry, kind of like Jeremy's meat, the publicly traded food company says, the tattooed trucker's ballsack, says real meat may get added to a new line of products to boost profits. Well, number one, they're not boosting profits because they never had profits to begin with. Not even a gross profit. Before he took the company public, Tattooed Chef CEO Salvatore Semgaletti told investors his goal was providing great-tasting plant-based products to the growing group of consumers who seek to adopt a more eco-friendly and health-conscious lifestyle. Yes, Sam, because people that are obsessed with health are going to buy frozen sodium-laced food. Of course. Tattooed Chef, not without reason, calls itself a leading plant-based food company. Not anymore, busted boys. But the plant-based bubble, see that word, ladies and gentlemen? Boobale, popped this year. And guess who was the king of the plant-based food bubble? Jeremy Lefebvre. And I guess there's no consequences for that either. You just get more YouTube ad revenue, right? And Tattooed Chef, which went public with a $1.7 billion market cap. So it was $1.7 billion, I guess, when it went public. The market cap now is $95 million. Oh my God. Just the amount of absolute insanity is insane. Has lost nearly half its value in just the past year. No. Who wrote this article? Chloe Sorvino? You need to learn how to do math, girl, sister. Tattooed Chef has lost more than half of its value. It's lost 95% of its value in the past year. It opens up a lot more avenues and a lot more doors. Galletti tells Forbes, the interest in plant-based has slowed. Yeah, because it's insanely expensive. Insanely expensive. But the demand for food is still as great as ever. Wow, that's a really deep assessment there, Galletti. People still want food. Wow. Okay. In the past year or so, shoppers seem to prefer Grandma's meatloaf. Grandma's meatloaf? What is my grandma never made me meatloaf. To meatless meat. And there now lingers a question of whether this is a temporary bump in the road for plant-based food or a larger wipeout. Of course, it's a larger wipeout, okay? Plant-based food, people are not going to buy that garbage when it's double the price of everything else. And they can just buy the ingredients themselves and make their own meals that are much healthier. At the heart of Tattooed Chef's problems was going public and having to answer to Wall Street investors rather than growing at its own pace as a closely held company. They had to go public because they burned so much cash. They needed money. They needed a lot of money. And you know who they got the money from? Stupid retail investors. The company was profitable when it was private. I don't believe that. Its vegan acai bowls and cauliflower-based pizza crusts were sold in 4,000 locations. After a reverse merger, Tattooed Chef launched into supermarket chains like Kroger My Ogre and Safeway My Nay. That costs a lot of money, and though Tattooed Chef has increased its distribution, the move siphoned significant cash from a grocery store marketing, slotting fees, and other trade expenses. That's right, and also reduced their gross margin, which is their, the cost to create the food, to zero. So it wasn't just marketing that made this company go bankrupt. It was never, I don't believe this company was profitable in the private, but maybe I was wrong, okay? In 2020, the firm had $23 million in gross profits on revenue of $148 million. That's, okay, so Chloe here doesn't understand the difference between gross profit, which is at the top of the income statement, but she writes for Forbes, of course, and the bottom line profit, which is your net income, okay, your net profit margin. Tattooed Chef was never profitable, ever, at least to my understanding. Just because it has a gross profit doesn't mean it's profitable. You should have a gross profit. Even if you're an unprofitable company, you should have a gross profit, which Tattooed Chef doesn't have now. What a freaking disaster, okay? The company started off in 2017 and claims that it has always had more of a flexitarian ethos more than anything else, making vegetarian, vegan, or non-GMO foods. Most plant-based meat companies have been struggling in the past year, especially when it comes to cash flow. Yeah, they have. And that's why Jeremy bought them, because they had massive negative cash flows. He's such an idiot. Oh, man. Oh, God. I mean, just sit there and think about how stupid this world is. Where you can just say something confidently, tell people that this stock's going to 10x with confidence, get people absolutely destroyed, and people still love you for it. We live in bizarro world. This is bizarro. I don't know what else to say. It's insane. I love it. If it's still not working and they have to come out with animal protein, it contradicts the core principles of these companies, said Baumgart. Real? No, it doesn't. Does it turn off part of the market because they're not considered pure anymore or committed to the cause of plant-based? Maybe. Oh, okay. Look, ladies and gentlemen. If Tattooed Chef switches to meat, they cannot sell any more plant-based foods because normal people don't buy this crap anyway because it's too expensive and they're not vegans. And vegans, soy boys, buy it because it's nominally vegan. So now if they start selling meat, well, this is not, the plant-based part is done. It's just a regular food company. This is great. I love this. Tattooed Chef, which claims it was the second fastest growing brand on Instacart, also makes products for the private label brand of retailers, including Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, and Aldi. I've actually seen butt sacks products at Aldi or Trader Joe's. The products have never before included meat. Galletti says if the line does get the green light, the protein the firm sources would have to still be unique and at the highest level of protein. Okay, this is starting to sound like a grift. There's something very fishy going on here. I think Galletti is just desperate to save his investment because remember he lent the company $5 million. He doesn't want it to go bankrupt. We've ridden the coattails of some of the other competitors. We were riding the wave, grifting. The whole sector has gotten very depressed in the last several months. Is plant-based something here for good? Is it going through a pause? Does it have legs? Our opinion is it does, but it's definitely pausing. Yeah, we believe plant-based is going to be fine, but every single plant-based company has been absolutely annihilated because it's expensive, disgusting, tasting trash. And now we're going to start putting meat in our products. But plant-based is still the future, bro. It's the future, bro. So I guess that's the article. This is the lady that wrote it. Chloe, you need to learn how to do freaking math a little bit better, okay? I'm disappointed in you. All right, guys. Oh, here's another article here. I got to read this. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Apparently, Tattooed Chef is seriously, this is not a joke, considering selling meat. What do y'all think about this? Leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Cheers!